Hey guys, you guys asked to see the It commentary video. Sorry, it's been a couple days. I've been very busy finishing taxes and stuff. So, yeah, I'll try to get to the point here. The first half of this video will be um, how I became a fan of the miniseries and the book, and then the second half will be kind of a brief commentary on the trailer. So, I'm in my early 40s, and when I was a kid, my stepmom read It like around the time right when it came out, and I saw the hardcover book with that amazing, iconic artwork of the reptilian claw coming out of the sewer grate, and the glowing eyes, and the little newspaper sailboat. I didn't know that was a newspaper sailboat when I was a kid. I thought that was a hat. So I was like, it was even freakier to me. I'm like, wow, did this thing gobble some kid up or something? I didn't even know anything about the book. I just couldn't stop staring at the artwork. And also, serendipitously, when I was younger, like 3, 4, 5 years old, I was terrified of sewers. I would look in sewer grates and I was convinced there was something just nasty down there, some malevolent creature. And so, seeing that artwork brought all that fear of the sewer and sewer grates and all that stuff back to me as a kid. And she would tell us about the scarier parts. She was not right in the head, but she would tell us about some of the scarier parts, and it really, really freaked me out. And so it was very much ingrained in my head. And then when I was about 14, I stayed up late one night and I caught a rerun of part two of the It miniseries, and it scared the living shit out of me. I mean, really, really scared me. Even with the cheesy spider effect, it just Tim Curry and the whole thing, man. That miniseries. I don't have to tell you guys. It's very heavy on atmosphere and tension and dread, and there's always an undercurrent of something that's just kind of haunting and sad and tense and scary. And I really picked up on that. And the funny thing is when it was over, there was like a squirrel or a bird or something inside of the wall. I don't know what the fuck it was, but something was inside of our wall. I shit you not, scratching near our front door. And I was fucking convinced it was Pennywise, man. And it freaked me out. I had to stay up until it was like light outside. And so that really kind of stuck in my mind for years. And I finally got the balls one day in like the late 90s to watch it. I picked up the double VHS set. Took it home, made a big ass batch of buttery salty popcorn and Jones green apple soda, the original Jones before they neutered it, and now it's not good. Anyway, sat down on my little mattress. I had a shitty studio apartment, and I had my mattress right on the floor, and it was great. It was just like watching movies in bed, it actually was that. And so anyway, I sat down, loved it. I was pleasantly surprised at all the familiar people in it. I love John Ritter. I love Jonathan Brandis from Sequest and Sidekicks. I knew, and I really liked Seth Green from Austin Powers and stuff. And of course, there's different folks in there, from the guy from Night Court and all that stuff, and even the guy from, I think, the Waltons is in it. At any rate, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was scary but not terrifying, more kind of fun scary. And I really, really, really loved it. And it's become like a really fun, awesome movie for me to revisit many times over. I have read the book. I think the book is like I think it's my favorite book probably ever, and that's saying something because I'm a pretty big reader. But obviously the miniseries leaves a lot of things out, a lot of stuff out, and you can't help but like wonder like how much over the years as a fan, you can't help but wonder like how much more amazing that miniseries would have been if it had been done maybe a little better. It's great, don't get me wrong, but I mean, you know what I mean. There's stuff in there that's cheesy, and they left a lot of stuff out. I still love it, but the opening scene with the guy that gets beat up at the fair and thrown over the side, and like Pennywise gets him, and that guy sees that tunnel full of the balloons, and he sees like Pennywise like his teeth in his armpit or something. That was such a terrifying sort of flashback story in the book. I hope that's in there, as fucked up as it sounds, because that's really scary, and sets up Pennywise in such a great way. At any rate, so yeah, and I've watched it many times over the years, and I collect It memorabilia and stuff like that. So that's kind of my history with the miniseries. Mega fan. Now, I heard about this remake that they were doing for a long time. I mean, maybe like there's been talk about it for, I want to say, like maybe between 7 and 9 years. And I was like, oh man, that'll never happen. It's too good to be true. And then Cary Fukunaga was on it, and there was some budgetary problems. He wanted to shoot in New York, and New Line didn't want to shoot in New York, and I think he left partly because of the budget. And I thought, fuck, this is never going to happen. When Will Poulter, I think his name was cast as Pennywise, it was kind of a question mark for me, but I was excited. And like I said, then the whole thing went to shit, and I'm like, we're never going to see this fucking movie. Damn it. And so then Andre Machete, the director of Mama, came on. I wasn't too excited when I heard about that, to be honest. I hadn't seen Mama yet. So then I went and watched parts of Mama. I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen the whole movie, but I've watched kind of the meat and potatoes of it. And I was absolutely blown away with what he did. Blown away. The movie made me fucking cry. I mean, I'm a dad, so it's, the kid angle is emotional anyway. But what he was able to do with atmosphere and the movement of that creature in that movie and just his creative horror language, if you will, was so amazing and impressive to me. I thought, fuck, if this guy can do half of what he did with Mama, with the way Pennywise moves and just atmosphere and dread and visuals, that this movie's going to be amazing. And sure enough, man, he's showing signs of that impressive sort of visual mastery that he has over horror and stuff. So to wrap it up, yeah, I thought the trailer was amazing. I thought the opening scene was an obvious homage to the style and the framing and the tone and atmosphere of the miniseries. I think that was on purpose. It's like not an exact copy, but it's clearly borrowing from it in a respectful way. I thought the scene with the projector was absolutely terrifying, and I loved the end sort of like, I'm gonna move the camera a little bit. The end sort of jump scare at the end where Pennywise just flies out of the water. That was extremely scary. I thought it was really well done. The atmosphere looks on point. The cinematography looks incredible. The tone looks exactly right. It's just infused with dread and tension and fear. And kind of a melancholy too, which is what the original series said. If you listen to the music, there's a sadness underneath everything and a darkness. And I think that tone has been captured in this. So yeah, I'm super excited. I think they're going to knock it out of the park. I also think with it, surprisingly and very much happily for me as a mega fan, it becoming the most watched movie trailer of all time, which I was like, holy fuck, are you serious? That's like the most amazing thing I've ever heard. With that and how well received this trailer's been, the buzz for this is just going to continue to build. And as long as they do a really good second trailer, which I think we're going to see at Comic-Con, because keep in mind the release is in September, so it's not going to be something like Star Wars where they're going to release a trailer like this fall, because it comes out this fucking fall. So they're going to have to release something. I don't think they're going to wait a month before release, so it would have to come out in July or June. And the perfect time would be Comic-Con. So again, I think we're going to see that second trailer there, and I think it's going to I think it's in good hands and it's going to be a doozy. But I'm predicting that this movie opens up and opens up anywhere from 60 to 100 million. That's what I think. I think it's going to do globally about 400 million, maybe 500. It's going to be a sizable hit, and it will guarantee part two gets made, which makes me super fucking happy. So I'll leave you guys with this. One last little thing that I think is amazing about Pennywise's design. I think that they made Pennywise, I think his head is if you notice, obviously abnormally large. Like his forehead and this whole part is much bigger. Like almost like he's deformed. Reminds me of the Elephant Man a little bit. And obviously Pennywise is the incarnation of an entity that's supernatural and beyond sort of time and space. So he's not necessarily like a deformed boy that grew up or something. But I think that just that visual, his exaggerated larger head, makes him look unnatural and more frightening. And it's almost as if the darkness inside of him can't be contained and it's warping his physical form. I just think those are all sort of things that are suggested that we just kind of pick up on visually when we watch it, and we just kind of accept. It's not something you're necessarily going to see directly addressed in the movie. It's just a visual metaphor, I think, that works really well. His teeth look all fucking jacked and crooked and everything. And I think he's going to be like this deformed, fucked up, scary looking clown that you almost feel sorry for a little bit, that seems to have a vulnerability, almost like a Quasimodo type of thing. Not as subtle or not as overt as a hunchback, but I think they're going to play with that angle a little bit. And perhaps that vulnerability is what will let him get closer to kids or something, or be able to sort of pull his act on kids, initially, before he kind of pounces and turns into, evil clown form. Anyway, so it's kind of a longer video. Thanks for watching. Sorry it took me a few days to get this up. I've been busy as shit. I'm going to have a Mummy trailer reaction. I've been holding off watching this. I'm very excited to see that. And I'll have that up tonight. And somebody else suggested this big Indian blockbuster. I don't know how to say it. Bahuba Labali Bubabali or something like that. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but I'm excited to see it. And so I will put that up as well. Really appreciate all the subscribers. I've jumped from 256 to like 420, which is crazy. And let me know in the comments below what kind of content you guys want to see. I'm here for two reasons: to express myself and communicate with people and reach out and interact, and to give you guys stuff that you want to see. I want to put up shit that you want to see. That's why you subscribed, and I appreciate that. You deserve that. So let me know what you want to see, man, and have a great day. Thanks.